Buenas tardes, damas y caballeros. Bienvenidos al Parque La Loma en Tepic, México, para el partido número 17 de la segunda edición de la Copa Mundial Juvenil de Béisbol 5 de la Confederación Mundial de Béisbol y Softball, entre Francia y Puerto Rico. Representando al equipo visitante de Francia, los jugadores titulares son, con el número 4, Mathieu Capelli-Landrieu. Con el número 1, Indy Esteban Culiani. Con el número 7, Shade Obaj Koshan. Con el número 4, Lilian Marc Alois Judag. Y con el número 5, Lila Emma Colette de Renouson Dotoville Ushan Chawan. Y el resto de los jugadores integrantes de la selección francesa son, con el número 2, Lisa. Y ahora nos complace presentar a los oficiales de este partido. El oficial de home plate de México, Enrique Aarón de León Maldonado. Primera base, Pablo Alberto Muñoz García. Efrén Francisco Luna Vivanco estará en segunda base. En la tercera, Talía Villavicencio. Y en la mesa, Oscar Eduardo Valerio López. Damas y caballeros, por favor, si pueden, pónganse de pie, quítense el sombrero y guardemos silencio para entonar respetuosamente el himno de Francia. Ahora toca el turno de escuchar el himno de Puerto Rico. Muchas gracias. Y ahora disfrutemos de este emocionante encuentro entre las selecciones de Francia y Puerto Rico.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for day 2 of action here in the Youth Baseball 5 World Cup. Live from Nayarit, Mexico, the second edition of the tournament. And what a way to start things off with Puerto Rico and France. Hello, it's Tony Alvarez with you on the call from Field 2 inside Parque La Loma. A lot to talk about in a big matchup, this one. Of course, from Group D. Chinese Taipei leads the way at 2-0, but these two teams at 1-1 look to take control. Meanwhile, the game has started, ladies and gentlemen, and a quick first hit of the game for Matthew Capelli-Londrieu for this France team that looks for their second win, as well as Puerto Rico. Here to bat now, Esteban Culiani-Hughes, and that is another hit. So quickly, this France team with 2 runners on to start the game. It's a huge game. We'll try and set it all up for you in a few. Of course, these teams getting just the 1 win yesterday. Chinese Taipei leading Group D so far undefeated, reaching for first base, and safe, says the official, to throw to home plate. No way they were going to get Matthew there. So 2 runners on here, and a run has scored for France. So quickly on top in this one. Of course, we were talking about how everything has developed in this World Cup, as we have plenty results to talk about and performances. Another grounder here, and the throw is late to home plate, and taking an extra base is Lilian Manuiz Hudas. So 4 straight hits to start the ball game, and 2 runs already in here for this France team that are looking good early on in this one. Here is another chance now coming to bat, Lila Emma de Renuzon. And a grounder, the first, steps on the bag, the first baseman, and they get the out there. But another run has come crossing the plate. So that is the first out of the inning. But already 3 runs in. At third base, Lilian Marnoy Hudas in a slow roller to throw to first. The ball gets away. And now, after another run scores, they will apply the tag. No, safe, says the official at second base. Efren Luna over there making the call. So 4 runs in quickly here for France, and just the 1 out. Here is Culiani-Hughes. Strong contact off of Barrios. Runners at the quarters now, and second base open, and taking that extra bag is Culiani-Hughes. So now for France, 2 runners in scoring position. As we've told you about, Baseball 5, a very fast-paced game, very quick. You can't blink or you'll miss a play. Here is Jade Elbad, a grounder. The only play to first, and the ball skips away as well. Another run scores, a second one coming in. Tag applied at second, and that is an out. However, 2 more runs cross the plate, and already it's a 6-0 lead here for France. And it's early, yes, and of course Puerto Rico still has yet to bat, but it's important to get that long lead. Here's a throw to first, and they complete the out to end the first inning. However, they send 9 to bat, and it's a 6-0 lead for the visitors, France. As we were telling you about with Matthew Capelli-Londrieu, Esteban Culiani-Hughes, Jade Abad, Lilian Marnoy Hodas and Lilia Emma de Renuzon. And here for Puerto Rico, Johan Rodriguez will lead things off, and that ball is in foul territory. Therefore, that is an automatic out. As we have explained to you, the ball has to bounce in front of the no-hit zone, which is located in front of home plate. There is a line right there at the bottom of your screen, and of course, it cannot bounce in foul ground. Those two things will automatically result in an out. A line drive caught. Nice play there by Lilian Marnoy Judas. And quickly, 2 outs here in the first for a Puerto Rico team that needs to bounce back after Camila Del Mar Diaz stepped into the batter's box. Here is Derek Barrios, and Barrios with also a line drive caught by Matthew Capelli Londru. A quick 1-2-3 inning here defensively for France. And of course, they maintained that 6-0 lead here in the first set. Yesterday, France in a battle against Chinese Taipei. They lost that one in straight sets. They looked good, but again, they fell short. And of course, that was an issue for the game. Barrios here cannot control the ball. And quickly on is Lilia Emma de Renuzon to start the second inning for France. Now, Capelli Londru. As for Puerto Rico, things were a bit different. Here's a slow roller. Just no chance, no throw there for Yorlanis Reyes. So again, another runner on in a big inning cooking here for France. Here's this French team, as we said, looking for another win. That is a foul ball, so that's an out. So the first out here in the second inning of this one. France, of course, let's remember that they got the win as a forfeit for Ghana's participation or lack of, as that ball squirts away. And now looking to get to home plate was the Renuzon. The throw to second, it gets away. She ends up scoring and taking an extra back. There is Capelli Londru. So just like that, another run in here for France. It's 7-0 now in the second, and 2 runners on here with only 1 away. Quickly, this could get out of hand for this Puerto Rico team. Strong contact there, the flip to first, and that's an out. Big out, but another run. 8-0 now. As the Renuzon started the inning with a hit and a run. She will come back to the batter's box. Now a quick discussion there as the manager for France, Lucien Benamida, is having a word there with table official Oscar Valerio. It's a quick reminder of who is officiating this game. At home plate, Enrique de Leon. At first base, Pablo Muñoz. At second, Efren Luna. Talia Villavicencio is at third. And as we just mentioned, Oscar Valerio is the official at the table over there, having a word with Benhamida. And now, quickly going over to the Puerto Rico bench with Pedro Agosto Perez, the manager for this team, and the rest of the coaching staff. For Puerto Rico, as we talked about, they dropped their first game against Chinese Taipei, and they got that win against Ghana. So both of these teams with victories over Ghana, but losses against Chinese Taipei. So this is huge to try and get to 2-1, depending, of course, on what happens with that Chinese Taipei team later on today. So here we go, a ground ball, the throw to first, and that is the last out of the inning. But 2 more runs here for France. It's 8-0 heading into the bottom of the second inning, as Puerto Rico is the home team in this one. Remembering also the run difference rule after 3 innings, and after a team that has a 15-run lead and already has 3 defensive outs, that game is over at that point. Ground ball here, the throw to first base, a strong throw there by Marnoy Haudas. And that is the first out, so 4 straight retired to start the game by this France defense. A one hopper and the flip to first, and that is quick as Yermani Santos is retired, and here's Johan Rodriguez. So France looking very, very good here defensively. Retiring the first 5. Another grounder. That one has to be faster because, of course, the speed of Rodriguez. So he does reach. That is the first hit of the game here in the second inning for Puerto Rico. And you can tell there the quick stop after the yellow bag. Yes, located in foul ground, but part of play as the ball there skips away and just no chance for Indy Estevan and Julian Hughes. And now another grounder, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. So quickly, France getting out of trouble after those 2 hits for this Puerto Rican team. On to the third inning now. And also if France does not score here until a 15 run, they could also end the game quickly at 10. If that is the run difference heading out of the 4th inning if Puerto Rico was not scored. So again, after 4 innings and defensive outs for a team that leads by 10 runs, that is also the end of the set. So keep an eye on that as France looks to add on with a 8-0 lead. Of course, here retired Capelli Landrieu, and here now on base is Esteban Julian Hughes. Another hit for France. Good contact there. It ricochets off the hand, but a good play over there, assisting by Camila Del Mar, getting the out. So even though the runner that was more advanced got all the way to third base, that was big. Another grounder. No chance at home, no chance anywhere else. A throw to third. Safe, says the official there at third. So 1 run has scored. We are at 9-0. And a couple of runners on. The flip to first there. They get the out, but again another run comes in. All the way to third is Marcaloy. And here is now Capelli Landrieu. Strong throw to first, just no chance. So another run here. And another hit. 11 now. Julian Hughes off the wall there after a hop, remembering of course that if a ball hits straight from the hand of the batter and the wall, that will also be an automatic out. So 2 runners on here for France, and here is Jada Bard. Almost caught on the fly there, but now the bases are loaded. And here comes Maraloy Hudas. Big spot early on. It's 11-0 and 2 away, but France trying to put this game away early with a first set that has gone their way so far. They are the visiting team here. A ground ball taking after the bounce there, and a good job by Camila Del Mar for the out. They leave them loaded, but 3 more runs score. Wow, 6 in the first. 2 in the second, and 3 more runs here in the third. It's 11-0 France. So Puerto Rico will try to climb back on this one. And it's kind of tough, of course, trying to generate offense when you're already down 11. For many, Just the fact to maybe save energy and try to come back later for a second and third set. That's a thing to keep in mind after another great play there by Capelli Landru. Quickly with the out as Yorlani Reyes is retired. And here is Germani Santos. But as we've learned, this game is so quick. Here's the throw to first, and what a great play also by Lilian Maraloy Judas. 2 away here in the third. That for a team to try and come back, it is not impossible. That ball just sails away to the crowd. There's no such thing as a home run like this. It's a conventional home run, as we've mentioned before. The ball has to bounce. It has to drop before it hits either the wall or any other thing on the field for it to be considered, of course, a hit or a situation in where the team can put a player on base, as we are having now here a conversation with the table official, Oscar Valerio, and the manager for Puerto Rico, Pedro Agosto, as he will make a few changes there. Coming into the game now for Johan Rodriguez is Diaz Serrano. So it's Alex Diaz defensively here for Puerto Rico. A roller, and it gets away. So some moves now, of course, as Elionaid Lopez is also in defensively for Puerto Rico. Tough one there, no chance. So a couple of hits here to start the fourth inning for France, looking for more. This set has gone quick, and it has been all in favor of France, as we also might see some clarification there asked by Lejen Benamida. Strong contact on a bounce. The bases will be loaded. Will anyone try for home? There's the throw. That is safe. Everyone will take an extra base. So another hit and another run here for this talented France team. As we mentioned, both of these squads coming into this game tied at 1-1 with hopes of advancing to the second round of this Youth Baseball 5 World Cup. That ball just sailed away from Abard. So that is an out. As you saw there on your screen, the ball just traveled towards foul ground. Therefore, an automatic out. And here is Marcalois Judas trying for two, but it gets away, so another run will score here. And that is something that France has talked about, trying to create opportunities and trying to cash in early and often. Another strong contact. The throw to first is an out, but another run has come in. Attack one more. Two away though. And out the third is Marcalois. Nobody can get that one. Reaching now is Capelli Landru. Add one more. Four more in this fourth inning. (15-0). A tough one there on the third base side. So another hit, as France needs only 3 more outs to secure this opening set. Here is Jada Bard. That ball bounced in the no-hit zone, so that is the third out of the inning. So 3.5. We'll head to the bottom half of the fourth. Puerto Rico trying to mount a comeback, but of course, as we've talked about, this is complicated. Already down 15, down to their final at bat here in the first set. Of course, you want to compete, but you might as well just want to save energies to try and mount a comeback for the following sets. As you see there also on the Puerto Rico bench, some instructions by Angel Fernandez, one of the coaches for this Puerto Rico team, speaking to his players, trying to provide some insight for the second set. As here's a bouncer from Camila del Mar. That's going to be an out. So quickly, just 2 hits in the game here for Puerto Rico, as France has delivered with 22 in this opening set. Barrios. And a great job once again by Matthew Capelli-Londrieu. He has been on point right in the middle of everything. The number 4 in the back of his navy jersey. Slow contact, and once again the mentioned Capelli-Londrieu completing the 3rd out, and that is the set. So ladies and gentlemen, a total of 15 runs, 15-0 the first set in this one, as France took complete control from the beginning, and that is why it is so important to try and deliver and try and get runs early if possible. Okay, so what's at stake here today? Of course, we were talking about how here in day 2, the first round will finish with the games that are ready to begin later on, starting with this one, of course, in today's action that is scheduled here inside Parque La Loma. We are at Field 2 here at the Youth Baseball 5 World Cup in Nayarit, as plenty of fans in attendance gathering here watching the best Baseball 5 in the world at the youth level. Checking the standings so far in Group D, Chinese Taipei leads the way. They are undefeated at 2-0. Of course, both of these teams, France and Puerto Rico, they are at 1-1. So a big win for either team that can get it here today would mean they would only need probably a favor there for Chinese Taipei after they will battle later on. And a full slate of action, of course, later today, as a great job by the crew here today, here inside Parque La Loma. Rain was an issue early on. Of course, it rained during night, and a great job by the crew in attendance here, the crew at hand, trying to provide for a well-conditioned field, a court so they could play without any injury, without any fear of slipping, especially going to first base. So hats off to the crew here, because they did a tremendous job. Yes, we were a bit delayed because of that rain, and you can say, well, yes, this is domed. Well, not quite, because of course, from the sides of this area where we are, we saw how the rain started to come in, and then of course kind of small rivers around this Field 1 and Field 2. It was a tough scene in the morning here, and it was a great job by the crew just providing the chance for everyone to play Baseball 5 here in the Youth Baseball 5 World Cup. So here we go to the second set, as France will try once again to score early and often, as Puerto Rico must come back in this one. The visiting France team will now lead off with Valentin Descarrois, as he gets the ball from the first base official, and now he will get on base. So Valentin Descarrois quickly on for this very, very talented France team. Coming to bat now, Abad. And that's going to be an out. It hit in the no-hit zone. It bounced off that area where it's prohibited. So Abad is out. Here is Huda. Grounder at third base side. Impossible to make the play. So 2 on here for France early. So Lilian Huda on base, and now the number 4 hitter, Lila de Renaison. She is out at first. This is huge for this Puerto Rican team as they will try to avoid more damage. Lisa Vieira now into this encounter. That's a slow roller in the throw to first, and that's an out. That is big. That is huge for Puerto Rico as they finally complete an inning without allowing a run. 3 girls in this set for France on the field. And here comes now Puerto Rico to bat. Derek Barrios leading things off. Strong contact, but just too strong to handle there for De Renaison. So a good start now for this Puerto Rico team. Camila Del Mar now. A grounder and the throw to first, and that is an out. So Camila Del Mar Diaz is out. And now Eleonaid Lopez to bat. Oh, the ball gets away from the fielder there, and a run will score here for Puerto Rico. So that's the first run of the game as Eleonaid Lopez delivers. They are on the board. Puerto Rico desperately needing base runners. Slow roller there, the throw to first, they get the out, and they hold a runner at third. So out is Barrios. Big spot here for Puerto Rico trying to advance, and Barrios, as the officials point, he hit it off the line there, so it's a foul ground and an automatic out. That's a liner that's gonna hit just before the wall, or did it? Let's see. They're still trying to figure that one out. So it bounced and then it went over the wall, so that's an extra base. So now 2 runners on. And here comes Johan. That's going to be a run for Puerto Rico. Another run in as Eleonaid Lopez comes to score. It's 2-0. And that's the third out over there. So 2 runs in here for Puerto Rico. Big start for them. That is huge. And now we will head on to the second inning as France will try to answer. Valentin de Carroa to start things off. Bobbled over there by Johan Rodriguez. So that's going to be a hit there, and here's Jade Albarde, and now bobbled by Barrios. To throw to second, and it gets away, so an extra base there for De Carroa. And De Carroa out of home. He's going to be safe, and nobody's covering second, so now taking an extra base there is Jade. So scoring is De Carroa, and now the lead is cut to half. It's 2-1, and we know that France can explode at any time. So keep an eye here. Lilian Huda. Good contact. The throw to first. That's an out. And now staying at second base there is Jade Obard. So one away, and here is Lila de Renason. There's now an explanation being requested there by Luzon Benamida, the manager for France. Seems that we are set to continue as home plate official Enrique de Leon will now take a few steps towards the table. And now some chatting there. And there is Lila. Good contact up the hand of Barrios. Was there a tag applied there? No. So getting back to second safely there was Abard. And here is Lisa Bieda now. So the one out with two runners on now as France looks to take control. Here's Bieda, and that is in foul ground, so that's going to be an automatic out. Boy, France cannot waste opportunities with two on here, down by one early in the second set. Of course, they have a set lead over Puerto Rico, but this is a big spot, and that's a good contact there. But stepping on the bag, a great job over there by Johan Rodriguez to get the final out. So they leave runners stranded, but they do score once. It's a 2-1 game. Now can France deliver defensively as they did over the course of the first set? Here comes Puerto Rico. Leonaid Lopez to start things off here in the bottom half. Strong contact. It bounced before it hit the fence there, so that's going to be a hit. That's another way to do it, of course. You hit it strong enough to get past the fielders, but also before it hits the wall. Same case here for Barrios. The flip to second, safe. So 2 on now for Puerto Rico. Fast-paced game as we expected. Plenty of runs for France in the first set. Now Puerto Rico trying to tie things up, trying to get to 2 wins. Slow contact, but the ball hitting the no-hit zone. So Germany Santos is out, and here comes Johan Rodriguez. So no play there, and an out. Everyone has to come back to their bases. And here is Johan. 1 away. Everyone is ready. Everyone's aligned. So just confirming the out there is the home plate official, Enrique de Leon. So once again, a conversation there with the head coach from France and the rest of the coaching staff. And you expect that everyone is competitive. So now we're going to have a conversation with every official here. From home plate, Enrique de Leon. At first base, Pablo Muñoz. Second base, Efren Luna and Talia Villavicencio. She is at third, and Oscar Valerio is the official back at the table. As we see also assistant official Tony Jones having a conversation there. So now they're going to say that over there at second, Leonaid Lopez is out. And now manager from Puerto Rico, Pedro Agosto, comes for an explanation. So that is exactly what manager from France was talking about. And after that play, hopefully we could get a replay for you, but that's the argument now going on there, that he came back safely after the last play. So as it stands, Leonaid Lopez, who singled to start the second, has been put out. And now Johan Rodriguez will come to bat. So now Conversation will continue. So just the one out on the board. And here comes now Germany Santos. So the out, as we see there now on the board. And here comes now Johan. Okay. Roller over there and stepping on the bag and the out. So Johan is retired. So just to make sure, Leonaid was called out. Then of course Germani as well. And then here to end the inning was Johan Rodriguez. So the runner at second was out. And now the score stays the same at 2-1. And France with a big opportunity here in the third to try and take the lead. Leading off, Jade Abard skips away from Barrios. And Abard leads things off with a hit. Lilian Hoda now with that tying run at first here in the third. Strongly contacted there, then throw to second, and they do get the force out. So Abard is retired, and Lilian Huda reaches after that one. Lila de Renaissance to bat. Soft contact. Barrios will have to hurry up. Safe at second, no chance at first. And now some conversations there between him and Leonid Lopez saying, let's coordinate here better because that could be costly. Two runners on and only one away. Here's Lisa Vieira. Soft contact to first. That's going to be an out, but the purpose of that one was to move the runners. So two runners advancing even with two away, and that is huge because here comes Valentin de Carrois with a chance to take the lead here for France with two away. Carrois with a strong contact, and that's exactly what's going to happen. One run is in, the throw to home, it's safe. The runner's safe, now it's out of play, but France has taken the lead. Exactly what France wanted as both Huda and the Renaissance score. France up now 3-2. Jade Abard trying to reach the flip to first. The ball gets away and another run scores. It's a 3-run rally now here in the third. For France, they take control now in this one, 4-2. Here is Huda. A grounder, no chance that they were going to get him at first. So another single here for this French team. Boy, they are on a mission. So we just got an official explanation of what happened in the bottom half of the second. We will get to it right now as here is the third out. But France has come storming back with 3 runs here in the third at 4-1. So just to remember, there was 1 away and 2 runners on for Puerto Rico in the bottom of the second. So Leonaid Lopez, as Germani Santos was in the batter's box, left second base before Germani Santos made contact with the ball, or you say took her at bat. Therefore, that is an out by rule. Here's a bouncing ball and a great play, barehanded there at first base. What a play! First, of course, by the Renaissance, and then Huda with a big pickup there. So that's an out to start the third. So by rule, the runner is out, diving and making the grab, the Renaissance. What a play there, 2 away here in the third. Boy, she has been on the right end of these last two plays. 4 outs for France. Berrios now skipping that one in. The strong throw to first. And again, what a stretch and what a play there by Jada Bard. Boy, the French defense here in the third has picked up, and they have a lead heading into the fourth. So a runner, of course, always has to keep a foot on base before the ball is hit. If a runner steps away from the bag before the batter takes their turn, that is an automatic out, and that is why Leonaid Lopez was put out, and then Germany Santos came to bat, and that was another out as she took her at bat. That's a ground ball and the throw to first to start the fourth here. So Vieira is out, and here is De Carrois. So we thank Tony Jones for the explanation over there at the officials table. Something that we, of course, try to explain to you as well so we can all be involved in Baseball 5. That is the purpose of Baseball 5. Baseball 5, as every sport, is for everyone, and little by little it is growing all around the world. Here, the second ever Youth Baseball 5 World Cup being played in Mexico. Berrios to first, and that's going to be an out. And now the throw to third, and that's also going to be an out. So the Carrois is going to be put out after that throw, and out is a Bard. So now we head to the bottom half of the fourth. And of course, some tweaks in the rules for everyone to know and to understand better this quick, fast-paced, entertaining, and just fun game of Baseball 5. So again, we thank Tony Jones for that explanation straight from the officials table. That ball right off De Carrois. So a big start here for the fourth inning for this Puerto Rico team that will try to come back in this one. Here's Johan Rodriguez. Grounder, the throw to second, and they do get the out. An alert play there, great play by Huda. So they get the lead runner. Reaching is Rodriguez, and here is Camila Del Mar Diaz. Hitless in this second set. Soft touch, the throw to first, and that's the out. So at least moving the runner worked there. And here comes Leonaid Lopez with a runner in scoring position for Puerto Rico. The official taking the ball and then getting ready for the at-bat. And here's Lopez on a bounce, taken there by De Carrois. The throw to first and the out. On to the fifth. France looking strong defensively. It's still 4-2. Big moment for France as they try to get to 2-1. Heading to the fifth, 3 outs away from that. They dominated the first set 15-0. Here, beating Puerto Rico in the second set 4-2. Strong roller, Berrios with a flip. Safe, says the umpire. Indicating there that first baseman stepped off the bag. So Lilian reaches, and the Renaissance now here with the at-bat. That's going to be an out with a force play at second. So one away, and here is Lisa Di Veiria. As the Puerto Rico bench is trying to motivate the players on the field. They are down a couple of runs. They need some defense here. Vieira with the contact, and Berrios diving the throw to first, and that's a double play. What a play by Derek Berrios. On to the bottom of the fifth now. Here comes Puerto Rico. They need heroes. They are down a couple of runs in the second. If they can't tie this game, they will lose against France. They're already down a set. And here is the mentioned Berrios to start things off. And here we go. On a bounce, taken, and the strong throw to first, and a great combination there by the Renaissance and by Abad. 1 out. Germany Santos now for Puerto Rico. Can France hold on? The bounce, the ball gets away, the flip, and still a chance there. Now the throw to second. Safe, says the umpire. Johan Rodriguez to bat, and he represents the tying run. It was going to be a close play there at first. The bounce. A run will score. Yes, it will. So now it's a one-run set here. So Rodriguez scores. Santos, he will stay at first, and here comes Camila Del Mar Diaz with one away in the tying run at first. On a bounce, the flip to second. They get the lead runner, the throw to first. Safe. That's an out there at second. That is huge. What a play there by Lila de Renaissance. She has been on fire defensively. So Rodriguez retired. Camila Del Mar, she is still on the bases. She is the tying run. France 1 out away from winning it. Lopez, the throw to first here. They get the out, and France secure the set and the game. Great play there by Huda, and France gets the win. Boy, it was not easy. But just a one run allowed here in the fifth. And it's a 4-3 final in the second set. And now France, after a win in straight sets against Puerto Rico, they secure at least a 2-1 finish in the tournament, waiting, of course, what will happen the rest of the day. Puerto Rico now will wait on to play the placement round with 1 and 2 in their record. And France securing their second win, as both teams now step to the court and greet themselves in a great show of sportsmanship as they finish a very, very good game. The first set to France 15-0. The second one also to the European team 4-3. They win it in straight sets over Puerto Rico. Stay tuned. Flip over, of course, here at the WBSC's YouTube channel for a game that you do not want to miss. Ladies and gentlemen, they are set to start. Kenya and Spain in field one. Later on here, Mexico and Tunisia. So stay with us at the WBSC's YouTube channel. So long for now, but we will see you in a few moments with more Youth Baseball 5 World Cup.